Hello, my name is Sir Norman Watson. I've just taken the train from Calgary to Lake Louise to Logan Station, and we'll be going into Skoki Lodge for our first visit. Skoki Lodge is a backcountry lodge built by the ski club, Northway Ski Club, and it's a backcountry setting for people who would like to experience the wilderness.
Alright, I've got big shoulders. I'm a tough old lady. I'm used to what's Gary's. Where's my wife? I thought.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, Ike Mills here. Dog team musher. You know, it's a lot easier when I come in here with my dog team. Even if I have a big old heavy stove. Because if I figure the cabin's going to be cold when I get there, why I just light that stove up and drag it in lit and all. So, this is Ike Mills talking to you from 1932.
Man that passed me on the split board. I want to go all this way. Tipperary, it's a long way to go. It's a long way. Tipperary, really nice.
Nice day.
Not bad, eh? Beautiful day for photography.
Mary Poppins and Bill.
Hey?
Who are you?
Huh? What'd you say?
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Ken Jones. Yeah, from Golden. I'm the guide and the packer up here. I just went out to Lagans there to get these dudes, you know, and bring them in. Bunch from back east, you know. So we're heading on up into Skoki. Looks like we'll have some pretty good skiing, you know, good snow. Yeah, it'll be a good trip.
I'm Alpha Legase, and my husband bought the outfit from Ray Rink, and we now run Skoki Lodge. I'm heading off in to do some cooking.
I'm Ray Legase. I'm ready to go in and start lunch and open up some pork and beans.
Cliff White, yeah, one of the guys who started this area, came into Skoki with some friends, Cyril Powers and company. We came in here on the advice of the guides across at Lake Louise Chateau when it was closed in the winter. They were busy clearing off snow from the roofs. They said we definitely should come over here in this Whitehorn area. Take a look in here. We found an absolutely perfect valley, Skoki Valley. And next year, we built a cabin.
And the lady Jean Rankin, and we've just gotten married.
We're from Scotland, and we were married last October, and we're here for a whole month on our honeymoon.
And this is the first stop on our trip.
We're at the halfway hut, and we spent 4 days here.
You here, buddy?
I'm Ken Jones, and I had a part in building it when we came in, and they were expanding it from the, you can see the building on the part on the right, and we expanded this. Was a great old fellow, Earl Spencer, was in here, and he was doing the he was supervisor of the job, and my friend George Harrison, a packer out of Banff, told me they needed an axeman in here, and so I came along. I should have been working back in Golden on the homestead, but came up and walked in here one evening, and Earl said, we need a ridgepole. And he sent me off the next day, and I walked about 7 miles down the Red Deer River, and I finally found a big pine. It was 60 feet, just what Earl wanted. And we spent the next 5 days. Well, another man and I came back the next day, and we cut it down and limbed it up, and then, well, it took us 4 horses and 5 men. 5 days it took us to haul that log back here, and then we hauled her up, and we got that closed in for the winter time for them. And this is just a great lodge. It's been looking after visitors from all over the world. They come in here for the beauty of the Rockies. Summer and the winter. Wonderful place.
And so the location is pretty good?
This is a great location. It's just got beautiful mountains and meadows and hiking trails around to lakes and up onto the ridges. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful place.
Historical Skoki trip, Steamers!
Woo! Big wave, everybody! Woo! Where are we?
Deception Pass!
And was it easy or?
8,200 feet.
Yeah!
It was good. It wasn't hard.
It was good, and it was great sun, great views. Look at now, but we can still see.
typical ski friend fashion. Come on, guys, follow me.
Hello, my name is Lynn Michaud. I'm a ski friend at Lake Louise. We're a volunteer organization that meet and greets guests coming to Lake Louise and takes them on volunteer free tours around the mountain. And right now we are reenacting the 80th anniversary of Skoki Lodge, one of the adjuncts of Lake Louise, where guests can go and stay in a backcountry setting overnight. And as it's the 80th birthday, we are in character to provide our guests at Lake Louise a sense of what it was like in 1931 when Lake Louise first opened Skoki Lodge.
I'm really Pat Haney, and I was Pat Fittis, and I worked for Alpha Legase, so it's a real thrill to play Alpha Legase. I just loved her.
Awesome. And whereabouts are we?
We are at Halfway Hut on the way into Skoki. And this is where the skiers stopped when they came up on the train, and they'd stop halfway in and then head into Skoki the next day.
My name is Barb Spear.
And what do you do?
And I'm a ski friend at Lake Louise.
Excellent. What year was Skoki Lodge first built?
The lodge was built in the later part of 1930 and received their first guests in March of 1931.
And is it a historic site?
This site is much as it was in the early days, and it is now a National Historic Site, something that all Canadians can be very proud of.
And can people come stay here whenever they want?
The lodge is open for business in the spring, winter season of course. It's also open for business in the summer, so hikers receive the same wonderful hospitality when they arrive in the summertime as we've experienced this weekend.
And what's the food like?
The food is utterly amazing. It is hard to imagine that you can have food that is comparable with the best restaurants right here at Skoki. How they do it, it's magic.
And what's the location like?
Do you know, this spot was chosen for a lodge way back in 1930, and it was chosen because it's spectacular. Whichever direction you look, you see wonderful scenery, and of course the scenery hasn't changed very much because we've been very careful not to ruin the environment.
Well, I'd have to say that a backcountry experience in Banff National Park, whether it be summer or winter, is a very special occasion for many people, because they don't, in this day and age, in the 21st century, is fairly difficult for people to do this. So it's great that in many places, and especially in the Canadian National Parks and Banff National Park, we have some of these places like Skoki and in Assiniboine, albeit not in Banff, and some of the other backcountry lodges like Shadow Lake, to experience and have the ability to do a day trip out of the Lake Louise village area and come into a backcountry area on foot and or on ski, and have the security of a walled facility of 81 years of history, and do exactly the same as what people did back in 1932.
Well, the great thing about working here is I get to be part of the history. I think that's one of the really awesome parts of it. And we get to meet people from all over the world, all different walks of life. And the energy that those people bring here is amazing. We get to share in their enthusiasm, and they become part of the history too, as soon as they walk in the door or hit the trail.
We're standing here in front of historic Skoki Lodge, originally built in 1930 and 31 by Cyril Paris and Cliff White. It is a historic site now. It's been declared a historic site by the National Park, and it is indeed a jewel in the crown of the Lake Louise ski area, as well as being in its own right a world-class backcountry lodge. We've been here overnight, and I can tell you that not only is the ambience and the operator of the lodge world-class, but the food is also exceptional. We enjoyed our stay here. There's much history to be learned, and I think that in future it will be visited by many people, as it should be, as a national historic treasure for all of us.